Morning brought hunger, thirst, and the cruel reality of their situation. 4 survivors remained. Ethan took charge. "We need shelter, water, and food, that's all that matters." They scavenged the tree line for branches and palm leaves, dragging them back to the beach. Sarah tied the pieces together with strips of vine until they had a crude lean-to pressed against the trees. It wasn't much, but it shielded them from the sun. Mia suggested catching rainwater. They dug shallow holes in the sand, stretched wide leaves over them, and left out the plastic bottles that had washed ashore. By the evening, they had a small supply of drinkable water. It wasn't enough to satisfy their thirst, but it kept them alive. Food was harder. Coconuts were plentiful, but their tough shells left blistered hands and broken nails. Ethan sharpened a branch into a spear and spent hours in the shallows, eyes locked on darting shadows. When he finally skewered a silver fish, the group erupted in cheers. They roasted it over the fire, the smell filling the air like a blessing. That night, as they sat around the fire, the island revealed its darker side. The jungle shrieked with unseen birds, branches cracked as if something moved just out of sight, and the tide crept dangerously close. "I keep thinking about Liam and Jordan," Chloe whispered, staring at the flames. "Don't," Ethan said firmly. "We survive." That's what matters now. But when they lay down to rest, each closed their eyes to the memory of blood spreading in the waves. Days passed. They fell into a rhythm. Ethan fished, Mia searched for fruit, Sarah kept the fire alive, and Chloe gathered coconuts. But the island never let them rest for long. One night, a storm rolled in. Wind tore through the trees, rain hammered their shelter, and waves clawed at the beach. Their fire hissed out, plunging them into darkness. "Hold it down!" Ethan shouted as the wind ripped at the lean-to. Chloe cried as lightning split the sky, illuminating the jagged outlines of the trees and the boiling sea. For hours they clung to each other, soaked and shivering, afraid the waves would drag them away like the sharks had dragged their friends. By morning, the storm was gone, but their firewood was soaked. Their shelter half collapsed. Their lips were cracked, their stomachs aching, but they were alive.